Part 19. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 181. Hun Mo was delighted. Li Yang grew faster, and he was more likely to be resurrected in the future. Li Yang, you are really lucky. Fortunately, no other extremely high-level life was discovered before Hun Mo sighed. If something like the Thunder Star Beast was discovered before and bred directly, then the World Tree would naturally not be able to breed the Kong Lai Jiaolong. They didn't know that the World Tree could breed such an extremely high-level life. Everything is a bit coincidental, but this coincidence comes just right. If this is not luck against the sky, what is it? Kong Lai Jiaolong clone, this is definitely several times more than the Thunder Star Beast clone. After saying that, Hun Mo hurriedly asked, Li Yang, how long do you think it will take to breed the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone? Li Yang felt it slightly, and at this time he felt that the breeding in the breeding space was extremely slow. It is estimated to take at least 4 months, Li Yang judged and said. Before, it took only 4 hours for the octopus clone to breed, and 36 days for the Thunder Star Beast clone to breed. Now, it takes at least 4 months to breed this Kong Lai Jiaolong clone. Hun Mo nodded and said, well, the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone is at a higher level, so it is normal to take so long to breed. 4 months is not long, you can just wait slowly. Li Yang also nodded and took a deep breath. The breeding of the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone means that his growth path will be smoother. The crisis of the Earth has also been directly reduced. The World Tree continues to stay at the bottom of the sea. With a wave of his right hand, a space ring appeared, and then Li Yang put the World Tree clone directly into the space ring. Then, he hid the space ring directly in an extremely hidden place on the bottom of the sea. Hidden like this, even if others come here, it is impossible to find the World Tree. At this time, Li Yang already has several bodies, the original body, the World Tree clone, the Octopus clone, the Thunder Star Beast clone, and the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone that is being nurtured. However, the World Tree clone is undoubtedly the most important. Because, if the original body and the major clones die, the World Tree clone can be resurrected directly. But if the World Tree clone dies, the original body and other clones cannot resurrect the World Tree. If the original body and the major clones die again, it is really dead. Hide the World Tree clone and leave directly. After leaving, Li Yang found Shen Xian. What? Li Yang, you said that it is not only Jin Mori who is eyeing the earth, but the Tianluo behind him. Is Tianluo the peerless genius of the Yuanlan family, or the genius cultivated by the Yang Yuan Empire? Hearing what Li Yang said, Shen Xian's face changed again and again. He has lived much longer than Li Yang, of course he understands what Li Yang said means. He can even foresee greater dangers than Li Yang imagined. As a peerless genius, the Yuanlan family must value Tianluo very much, and his status is definitely not comparable to Jinmora. What's more, he is a genius cultivated by the Yang Yuan Empire. Yang Yuan Empire, this is the ruler of their human territory. Yang Yuan Emperor, that is a terrifying existence beyond the realm of gods. Eternal gods have to kowtow in front of him, it is hard to imagine how powerful he is. Li Yang's face was also solemn, and he said, brother, there is a starry sky lord following Tianluo. There must be something precious on the planets around our Earth, and the value is far beyond the purple crystal veins. Tianluo felt that he could kill me easily, and he admitted it. Before, Tianluo thought that Li Yang could not escape at all, and he could kill him with a wave of his hand, so he did not deny Li Yang's speculation at all, and admitted that there were treasures on the planets around the Earth. Who knew that Li Yang actually escaped by teleporting in space, and also knew the news completely? Lord of the Starry Sky. Shen Xian was even more gloomy in his heart. He looked at Li Yang and said, Li Yang, what do you think? As the two strongest people on Earth, the two of them completely dominate the fate of the Earth. Li Yang said, brother, Now our Earth is in the novice protection period of the human temple branch of the Milky Way. Tianluo does not dare to provoke the human temple, so our Earth is temporarily safe for the next 20 years. I plan to find someone to carefully survey the planets around the Earth and find the treasure. If the treasure is found, we can sell it through the human temple branch. Li Yang estimated that it was a treasure that could make people of Tianluo's status extremely excited. Shen Xian nodded and said, Li Yang, what you said makes sense. Let's do this now. If we find the treasure and sell it, Tianluo of the Yuanlan family will give up. They discussed it quickly, and after talking about this, Li Yang said, Brother, I went to the universe this time and bought a lot of things. These are resources. He paused slightly and said, in the universe, anyone can practice. They practice a kind of skill called body-spirit awakening technique. Practicing spirit awakening technique with a bottle of spirit awakening liquid can make some changes in the body, and then even absorb spiritual power by itself. The difference between practitioners on Earth and ordinary people is that the body of practitioners can absorb spiritual power and become stronger. But the body of ordinary people cannot absorb it, even if there is a skill. But the spirit awakening technique combined with the spirit awakening liquid can make the body evolve a little, so that an ordinary person can absorb spiritual power for practice. On any life planet that contacts the universe, there are no ordinary people. The weakest are in the mortal realm, and at least have yellow level strength. Hearing this, Shen Xian's eyes lit up and he asked directly, Li Yang, how many people on Earth can the spiritual awakening liquid you brought back allow to practice? There was a hint of excitement in his voice. There are too few practitioners on Earth, which is a flaw that cannot be changed at all. Li Yang said, all people on Earth can. The spiritual awakening liquid only allows ordinary people to practice. Its price is not expensive, and Li Yang has hundreds of billions of galaxy coins on him. He only spent a small part of it and bought the amount of billions of people on the Earth. Okay, Li Yang, I will arrange it immediately. Let all people on the Earth become practitioners as soon as possible. Shen Xian was extremely surprised and said hurriedly. The spiritual awakening liquid and the spiritual awakening technique are definitely a big deal for the entire Earth. After nurturing the clone and discussing with Shen Xian, Li Yang took the aircraft and returned to Linhai City in just 1 minute. He also bought a flying machine in the universe. However, in terms of quality and speed, it is definitely not as good as Ruda's, but it is also very fast and can reach any place on the Earth within a few minutes. Whoosh! The flying machine landed and Li Yang walked out. That's, Lord Li Yang. Really? Haha, I'm really lucky today. At this time, some people were walking below, feeling the movement above, and when they saw Li Yang, they immediately showed excitement on their faces. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 182. The doomsday of the Earth lasted for a month, and a large alien army descended. The Earth was in danger. The whole Earth, entirely because of Li Yang, became a free planet when it came into contact with other civilizations. Now, the whole Earth has set off a cultivation craze. New cities everywhere. Every city has a martial arts hall. It is rumored that those aliens are mining on the Earth, and the resources they exchange will help all Earthlings practice. The atmosphere on the whole Earth has also changed suddenly. Even those who don't have the talent for practice are constantly training. Looking at the excited people below, Li Yang smiled, and his figure moved and went directly back home. Yang is back. Seeing Li Yang, Zhao Rou hurriedly said happily, the food has been cooked, and now we are ready to eat. While Li Yang's family was eating, Shen Xian took the resources given by Li Yang and directly summoned the top leaders on the whole Earth. When they heard what Shen Xian said, their faces were full of shock. With the spiritual enlightenment technique and spiritual enlightenment liquid, can ordinary people also start to absorb spiritual power for cultivation? Is this what Li Yang bought from the universe? Is the amount of spiritual enlightenment liquid enough for all the people on earth? Everyone was completely shocked, but in addition to being shocked, these people's eyes showed extremely excited and excited. Diamond suit, diamond suit. In fact, there are very few practitioners on earth. Compared with the billions of people on earth, the total number of practitioners is only about 100,000. This base number can be imagined. The top leaders of many countries cannot even practice, and are ordinary people. And now, all people on earth can practice? This is great news for the earth. Shen Xian said directly, the purpose of my calling everyone here is to quickly distribute these spiritual enlightenment liquids, and also notify all people on earth to hold a meeting to practice the spiritual enlightenment technique. Okay. I will call and start notifying immediately. Everyone nodded without hesitation, including many practitioners. Practitioners also have families, and most of their families are ordinary people. Of course, they hope that their families can practice. Apart from other things, if you practice, your physical fitness will be greatly enhanced, at least your lifespan can be greatly extended, and living to 100 years old will definitely not be a problem. Then, the news spread quickly, and the whole earth was shaken. Master Li Yang brought back the spiritual awakening technique and spiritual awakening liquid from the universe. Can everyone become a practitioner? Haha, Master Li Yang is so powerful. I can practice. I want to become a martial arts master. The whole earth, I don't know how many people are excited. The matter of the earth's practitioners was exposed, and after the doomsday, the alien army came. For everyone, the biggest desire is to practice. However, even if they want to practice, they can't absorb spiritual power at all, and can only envy those practitioners. And now, they can all absorb spiritual power. Li Yang, the hero of their earth, changed the fate of the entire earth, and now, let them all become practitioners. For a time, Li Yang's reputation in the whole earth skyrocketed. Everyone is extremely grateful and worshipful. When the whole earth was in a boiling state, Li Yang, whom they admired and appreciated so much, was fighting with the virtual man in the battle space of Hunyuan Martial Arts Hall. Whoosh! 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 His figure was rioting, holding a strange spear in his hand, relying on strange body movements to dodge continuously, while the spear in his hand kept attacking. The spear even split from time to time and turned into two spears. The virtual man in the battle space of Hunyuan Martial Arts Hall is divided into 4 modes: Simple Mode, General Mode, Difficult Mode, and Hell Mode. The virtual man in front of him is in Difficult Mode. Whoosh! After fighting for more than 10 minutes, Li Yang seized an opportunity and pierced the throat of the virtual man with the spear in his hand. The virtual man died. Success! In the battle space, Li Yang breathed a sigh of relief. When he first entered the virtual battle space, he couldn't even beat the virtual man in simple mode, but now, he can kill the virtual man in difficult mode. This speed of progress can be imagined to be so terrifying. Not enough, it takes me too long to kill the virtual man in the difficult mode, I must at least ensure that I kill him within 3 minutes. Li Yang had no pride in his heart. Tianluo of the Yuanlan family can easily kill the virtual man in the hell mode. His strength can even rival the middle stage of the Wanshao realm. The pressure that Tianluo brought to Li Yang was too great. The weak planet now only relies on the human temple branch of the Milky Way, which makes Tianluo afraid and dare not take action. Once the human temple branch leaves, Tianluo can probably get rid of the earth with a wave of his hand. Li Yang now has no way to deal with Tianluo, and can only passively defend. This is naturally not what he wants. Continue. Thinking in his heart, Li Yang fought with the virtual man again. In the virtual world, young Master Tianluo looked at a short old man in front of him. The old man's strength was in the Wanshao realm, but he was extremely respectful in front of young Master Tianluo. Are you going to Earth to survey resources? Young Master Tianluo asked. Yes, Master Tianluo, I have arrived on Earth now and am starting to survey, the short old man said with a smile. He had to look respectful. The young Master Tianluo in front of him was a peerless genius in the Yuanlan family, and he was also a member of the Yang Yuan Empire. His origin was extremely terrifying. Young Master Tianluo said indifferently, I'm telling you now. When you detect the planets around the Earth, just pretend to do it. There is no need to explore. Even if you really detect something, say that you didn't find anything. Li Yang knew that there were things on the planets around the Earth. He wanted to find them. Didn't he have any strategies? As long as the person Li Yang was looking for appeared on those planets, he could know it instantly. Knowing that person, looking for that person's identity number, and meeting in the virtual world, it's easy. Hearing the words of young Master Tianluo, many ideas suddenly appeared in the mind of the short old man. It is obvious that young Master Tianluo and the Earth are not on good terms. In addition, there should be treasures on the planets around the Earth. However, the old man still did not hesitate and said, yes. Since the treasure has been known by young Master Tianluo, he will definitely not have any thoughts. If he dares to take the treasure, you basically have no life. No matter how good the treasure is, it is definitely not as important as your own life. Okay, go down. Young Master Tianluo waved his hand. Watching the short old man leave, young Master Tianluo showed a sneer at the corner of his mouth. Li Yang, let's see how you respond. Wanting to find the dragon scale insect and other treasures is wishful thinking. As long as those surveying people on the planet appear, he will directly bribe them. With his identity, it is easy to intimidate those people. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 183. In the Milky Way, where the strongest is only at the world level, no force can make Tianluo afraid. He doesn't need to spend much thought. Li Yang finds one to bribe one, slowly delaying time. 69shux. Wait until the novice protection period of the human race temple branch for the Earth is over, then it will be time for him to go to seize the treasure and destroy the Earth. Start practicing. Dealing with the Earth only took a very small amount of time for Tianluo, and he still put more energy on his own practice. Time passed quickly, and 3 months passed in the blink of an eye. In the battle space, Li Yang was training himself frantically. Boom! 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 He waved the spear in his hand and fought frantically with the virtual man. His spear waved, and the law of thunder and lightning flashed on it. During the battle, Li Yang was completely at a disadvantage, and his injuries were getting worse and worse. But his eyes were getting brighter and brighter. Almost. The spear in his hand kept stabbing out, and in a period of time, the fluctuations of the lightning law on it suddenly increased. Bang! The virtual man was also affected for the first time. Li Yang flew backwards, and the virtual man actually retreated a little. This is a virtual man with the strength of the early stage of Wanchao realm. Its strength completely crushed Li Yang. But at this time, Li Yang barely took its attack, and even made him retreat a little. Haha, success! The first style of Liu He spear. At this time, Li Yang's face was full of excitement. The first style of Liu He spear, if mastered, is invincible in the low realm. And now, after 4 months, Li Yang finally mastered it completely. In front of me is the Hell mode. I am still not an opponent of the virtual man with the strength of the early stage of Wanchao realm. Now let's take a look at the virtual man in the difficult mode. Li Yang's heart moved and started the third mode of the battle space. 3 months ago, he could kill this virtual man in the difficult mode, but it took more than 10 minutes. The virtual man appeared. Whoosh! Li Yang swung the spear in his hand, and the virtual man in the difficult mode had no power to resist and was easily killed. Killed instantly. The whole killing process took less than a second. Is this the invincible strength of the low realm? Li Yang felt it, and the smile on his face became even bigger. In fact, his own strength has not yet been greatly improved, but the attack of this Liu He spear is too terrifying. After fully mastering the first style, his body movement and attack power were instantly improved to a higher level. The so-called invincible in the low realm means that unless the Wanshao realm takes action, no one in the low realm can kill him. Have you mastered the first style of the Liu He spear? After exiting the virtual battle space, Han Mo was a little surprised to hear what Li Yang said. However, he nodded calmly and said, "Well, it's okay, and I'll keep working hard next." He was muttering in his heart, "Is Li Yang's comprehension so terrifying? Mastering the first style of the Liu He spear in 4 months, this speed is too amazing, even those Thunder Star beasts can't do it." He didn't know that Li Yang practiced the skills in the mysterious little sword. At this time, Li Yang said silently, "As I practiced the soul chapter, I felt that my soul was slowly getting stronger. It stopped changing 10 days ago. It seems that it should have been promoted to the limit of the low realm." As he came into contact with the universe, he learned more and more about the universe, including about the soul. Those powerful geniuses are all born with strong souls. The stronger the soul, the faster they comprehend the law and practice the skills. And if they want to improve their souls, Li Yang checked and found that there is no such skill in the universe. So, after he knew this information, he knew how amazing the skills in the mysterious sword were. It can actually improve his soul. As his soul improved, he clearly felt that the Thunder Star Beast clone comprehended the lightning law faster, and his progress in practicing the Liu He gun was also getting faster and faster. The news of the mysterious sword must not be leaked, including the skills inside, Li Yang said in his heart. Regarding this matter, if he does not have enough strength, he will not leak it, even if it is Han Mo, he will not say it. My soul is strong, and I have a Thunder Star Beast clone. In another month, my Sky Fierce Dragon clone will also be born. Then the space law will also improve rapidly. Li Yang took a deep breath. When my strength improves to a certain level, I will find an opportunity to join those big forces. The universe values geniuses very much. The only way to suppress Tianluo is to become a peerless genius, so that many big forces will notice and absorb him. Of course, Li Yang has not reached that requirement yet. Continue to practice. Afterwards, Li Yang fell into crazy practice again and began to fight with the virtual man in the early stage of Wanshao realm. This realm was completely irresistible to him before, but now he can barely fight. It is estimated that it will not take long before he can even directly match it and reach the Wanshao realm level. This is an extremely magnificent palace. Inside the palace, strong men walked back and forth. If you feel it carefully, you can completely feel the terrifying fluctuations on these strong men. Strong men at the level of God realm. There are actually many gods in this extremely grand palace. Boom! Suddenly, an extremely terrifying pressure descended, and an extremely huge face appeared in the void. This face was completely composed of airflow, and the huge face looked down at the many gods below. Seeing this huge face, many gods showed extremely respectful expressions on their faces and said, "Greetings to Emperor Yang Yuan." Emperor Yang Yuan, the ruler of Yang Yuan star continent, a terrifying existence whose strength exceeds the realm of gods. This is actually where his palace is. The huge face looked down and said, "Yang Yuan Martial Arts Hall has newly absorbed 100,000 geniuses at the level of the low realm, selected from various major star systems. You go and arrange it. The Emperor is going to absorb talents. Actually, he is going to absorb 100,000 at once." The many gods below were stunned when they heard what Emperor Yang Yuan said. The entire Yang Yuan Empire has only cultivated a few thousand geniuses in the realm of the law. Before, each absorption was extremely strict. Why do they have to absorb so many at once now? 100,000 is more than 10 times the total number of geniuses cultivated now. However, they did not dare to say anything, and immediately said respectfully, "Yes, Emperor." Buzz. The huge face disappeared, and the surrounding void returned to calm, as if nothing had appeared. In less than half an hour, the news that the Yang Yuan Empire absorbed 100,000 geniuses spread wildly throughout the Yang Yuan star continent, and immediately caused a shock to countless star systems in the Yang Yuan star continent. Thanks to Banzhengliang Daoshang for the 1,500 reward, thanks to the 9th Infiltrator for the 200 reward, thanks to 08A and a crowd for the 100 reward, thank you. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 184. Yang Yuan Empire wants to absorb 100,000 geniuses. Oh my god, so many at once. Haha, I don't have a chance to absorb 10,000, but I have a great chance to absorb 100,000 at once. The grand event is coming. If I can join Yang Yuan Empire, it will really be a step to heaven. Quick, sign up. When the news came out, I don't know how many geniuses in the realm of law got excited. On Earth, Li Yang continued to improve his strength. Another month has passed since he mastered the first style of Liu He Gun. In this month, his strength has greatly improved again. Swish. 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 He was constantly fighting with the virtual man in the virtual battle space. This was a virtual man in hell mode. The strength of his virtual man reached the early stage of Wanchao realm. The battle lasted for 2 minutes. Although Li Yang fought hard, he was still killed by the virtual man. I held on for a few more seconds. After the battle, Li Yang was not depressed. The virtual person in front of him has the strength of the early stage of the Wanchao realm. Li Yang fought with him and persisted for 2 minutes. This strength is already terrifying. Well, Big Brother is looking for me. Li Yang's eyes suddenly moved slightly and he exited the virtual battle space. Li Yang Shenxian flew over with a solemn look on his face. "What's the matter, Big Brother?" Li Yang asked. Shenxian said directly, "Li Yang, I bought a special instrument before and detected dolomite on Jupiter." Dolomite. Hearing this, Li Yang's face suddenly darkened slightly. Dolomite, in terms of value, is not as valuable as the purple crystal, but it is also of some value. The reason for his gloomy face is that the aliens who are now surveying the mineral veins of interest around the Earth have previously surveyed Jupiter, but they said that there are no mineral veins on Jupiter. Sure enough, those people have been bought by Tianluo of the Yuanlan family, Li Yang said in a deep voice. He suspected that there were many things on the planets around the Earth before, but after several months of surveying, he found nothing. Afterwards, Li Yang went to the universe again and bought some detection instruments. This detection actually discovered the mineral veins on Jupiter in a short time. Shen Xian's face was also gloomy, and he said, "Tianluo is determined not to let our Earth develop." His eyes were gloomy, but there was also a sense of powerlessness in his eyes. Facing Tianluo, who has a high status in the God family, they had no way. Just when their faces were gloomy, the watch suddenly rang. After looking at the information on the watch, Li Yang couldn't help but muttered, "Yang Yuan Empire is going to select 100,000 geniuses." His eyes showed surprise. Yang Yuan Empire, this is the master of Yang Yuan star continent. Yang Yuan Emperor is a terrifying existence that surpasses the gods. Tianluo is a member of the Yang Yuan Empire, and this identity is higher than the peerless genius of the Yuanlan family. Looking at the information, Li Yang's eyes suddenly lit up. "Brother, we can try to see if we can enter the Yang Yuan Empire. If we can enter such a force, it will really be a step to heaven." He doesn't have to worry about Tianluo anymore. Even other people would try to please him. He wanted to carefully survey the situation on the planets around the Earth, and Tianluo couldn't stop him. At this time, Shen Xian's face was full of joy, and he said, "Participate, must participate, Li Yang, I don't have much chance, but you have a great chance." The two of them often fought in the martial arts hall, and Shen Xian knew how fast Li Yang improved. Competition rules. Li Yang clicked on it. The selection of geniuses in the Yang Yuan Empire was divided into 3 stages. After the 3 stages, the top 100,000 can join the Yang Yuan Empire. The first stage is to show your strength, fight with virtual people, and defeat virtual people of difficult levels to enter the second round of the competition. The second round is to fight in the God Force where you are, and the top 10,000 can enter the third round. The third round of the competition is a fight between the top 10,000 geniuses among the many God Forces in Yang Yuan Xingzhou, and the top 100,000 in total will be admitted. The rules of the competition are very simple. Li Yang looked at it, and it was obvious that the first stage was easy for him. Killing virtual people of difficult levels, his strength can do it directly. The next 2 rounds are the challenge. Looking forward to it, Li Yang asked in his heart, "Han Mo, with my current strength, do I have a chance to enter the Yang Yuan Empire?" In the Soul Crystal, Han Mo said in a calm voice, "If the Yang Yuan Empire only absorbs 10,000 geniuses, you can't enter, but this time it absorbs 100,000, your chance is about 50%. 50% probability." Hearing this, Li Yang's eyes lit up. Han Mo said so he has a great chance to join the Yang Yuan Empire. "Brother, let's start signing up." Both of them signed up and entered their identity information. The Golden Moon Empire is responsible for our Milky Way competition. Li Yang was watching. The strongest in the Milky Way is only in the world realm, without a god. Among the many neighboring galaxies and countless life planets, only the Golden Moon family has a god. So, the Golden Moon family naturally became the ruler of more than 1,000 galaxies such as the Milky Way and established the Golden Moon Empire. The universe is divided into levels completely according to strength. In the face of absolute strength, everything else is false. The second round of the competition is to enter the top 10,000 of the more than 1,000 galaxies of the Golden Moon Empire. On a street on Earth, Li Yang and Zhou Yao were walking slowly. Li Yang looked at the girl next to him and couldn't help but feel ashamed. He has now become a practicing madman. Basically, more than 99% of his time is spent in the virtual world battle space, and he spends very little time with Zhou Yao. "Li Yang, I'm now learning how to prepare spirit fruit liquid and so on," Zhou Yao said with a smile, "and I'm learning pretty fast." "Prepare the spirit fruit liquid." Hearing this, Li Yang asked curiously, "What is this?" "It is a profession in the universe, called an alchemist. An alchemist can refine elixirs and medicinal liquids. I am preparing them now." Zhou Yao smiled and said, it was obvious that she was very interested in this. Hearing this, Li Yang nodded. The energy potion that directly promoted him from the early stage of the low realm to the peak of the low realm must have been prepared by those alchemists. He smiled. Zhou Yao had something he liked, and he would definitely support it. While he was talking, Li Yang suddenly felt something in his heart. Registration is over. He took a look and found that the total number of people from 3 galaxies including the Milky Way who signed up reached 130 million. With more than 1,000 galaxies and at least hundreds of millions of living planets, there will definitely not be so few people signing up. However, the first level involves fighting the hard mode avatar, which can be easily detected in the virtual world. If you cannot kill the avatar, you will definitely fail the first level. Since you can't pass, there's no point in signing up. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 185. Registration closes and the competition will begin in 1 day. A day passed in the blink of an eye, and when the game came, Li Yang moved and entered the virtual world directly. There are so many living planets, extremely far apart from each other, so everyone must be competing in a virtual world. Li Yang, it's up to you. My strength can only barely defeat the virtual humans in the hard mode. There are 130 million people. It's impossible for me to enter the top 10,000. I can't pass the second level. Shen Suandeo, you have a great chance. Shen Xian knew his strength. Since he came to participate in the competition, he would definitely pass the first round. There were 130 million people, but in the end only 10,000 people were selected to enter the third round to compete with geniuses from other gods. Those 10,000 people are definitely at the top level, and it is impossible for Shen Xian to pass. Hearing this, Li Yang quickly said, "Brother, the second round is a battle. Strength only plays a part. Maybe brother can pass." "Haha, it's possible." Shen Xian smiled and said, "Then let the two of us go in." His strength is not good, but Li Yang's strength is very likely to be absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire. As long as it is absorbed, the crisis of the earth can be directly solved. As they were talking, a wave of waves suddenly enveloped them. The game begins. Li Yang and Shen Xian looked at each other, and their figures suddenly disappeared. Appearing again, Li Yang's figure appeared in a space. There is only one virtual person in the space. This is the hard mode virtual person. Passing this level means killing this virtual person. There are too many practitioners in the low realm. If there were no restrictions and everyone signed up, the number would be absolutely unimaginable. Therefore, corresponding restrictions were made at the first level. Those who did not reach a certain level were not eligible to participate in the competition. No time wasted. The stronger you show, the more others will notice you. At this time, there must be many big forces paying attention to this place. Even if Li Yang did not enter and be absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire in the end, he showed enough potential that he might be favored by other forces. Call out. Waving the spear in his hand, the virtual man was instantly killed by Li Yang. In the outside world, I don't know how many people are paying attention to this talent selection at this time. The major forces in the galaxy are also paying attention. Their power is not strong. The Yang Yuan Empire looks down on some geniuses, but they can take a fancy to them. Pay attention to the time it takes for those geniuses to pass the first level. The shorter the time it takes to pass, the stronger the strength. As long as the ones who appear in the front of the list are not absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire, then we will absorb them. Many forces are paying attention. At this time on Earth, Li Kuahe, Zhao Rou, Zhou Yao and others were also paying attention. In addition to them, there were also Xiao Ji from Tianyuan Palace and others. They knew that both Li Yang and Shen Xian participated in this Yang Yuan Empire talent selection. Yang Yuan Empire is the ruler of Yang Yuan Star Continent. It is said that there are many powerful people at the god level. Both Li Yang and the boss will definitely pass the first level. It must be possible. Xiao Ji and others are looking forward to it. If Li Yang and Shen Xian can enter the Yang Yuan Empire, then the earth will definitely rise. As everyone watched, Zhao Rou couldn't help but said, "Brother Hai, will the name that appears in the first round of talent selection appear on this list?" She looked at the list in front of her, and on the list, names kept appearing one after another. Rightward arrow. These are obviously virtual people who can instantly kill the hard mode. Li Kuahe smiled and nodded, saying, "Yes." As soon as he finished speaking, he suddenly looked at the list, with a hint of joy on his face. "It's Yang Yang." At this time, Li Yang's name also appeared on the list. 191.Li Yang, citizen of the galaxy. Birthplace, Earth. At this time, Li Yang ranked 191st. Li Yang's name appeared. Haha, there are thousands of galaxies including the Milky Way, hundreds of millions of geniuses, and Li Yang ranks 191 st. When Xiaoji and others saw the name, their faces were full of excitement. Not only them, but many people in the galaxy saw Li Yang's name at once. Who is Li Yang? What kind of planet is Earth? Why haven't I heard of it? I checked and found out that the Earth was formerly a planet Zero, and it was only a year old when it first came into contact with the universe. The genius of Planet Zero. Pay attention to Li Yang and see how he performs in the next 2 levels. If he performs well and is not absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire, we will absorb him immediately. For a time, several forces noticed Li Yang's name and quickly grasped his information, preparing to pay special attention to him. No 191. At the end of the first level, Li Yang looked at his ranking with a smile on his face. Yang not far away, Li Kuahe and Zhaoro walked over quickly. Xiaoji and others were also excited. Haha Li Yang, you are so awesome. The top 200 out of more than 1,000 galaxies. Everyone was talking excitedly, and 3 minutes later, Shen Xian also came out, passed the first level, and ranked 970,000th. Brother. Seeing Shen Xian, everyone gathered around him again. Li Yang, we have passed the first level. The second level will be in 3 days. No more words. I will go to the virtual battle space. Shen Xian was decisive and left without wasting any time. He knew that it would be difficult for him to pass the second level, and now he still had some time to improve his strength. Li Yang did not waste time either. He talked to his family and entered the virtual battle space to prepare for the next second level. Boom. 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 In the virtual battle space, a young man was fighting madly with those virtual people. Looking closely, there were a total of 100 virtual people. And the strength of these virtual people was all in hell mode, which was the level of the early stage of the Wanchao realm. Looking closely at the face of the young man, it was the peerless genius of the Yuanlan family, Tianluo, who had long been absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire. At this time, Tianluo was not at a disadvantage in the battle with these 100 virtual people. It took less than a minute to kill them all. After killing them, Tianluo withdrew from the virtual battle space. At this time, there was already a person waiting here. Looking at his face, it was Jin Mora. What's the matter, young Master Tianluo glanced at Jin Mora and said indifferently. Young Master Tianluo. Jin Mora said respectfully, we just received the news that the talent selection of Yang Yuan Empire has ended in Jinyu Empire. Li Yang passed the first round and ranked 179th. 179th. Hearing this, young Master Tianluo frowned slightly. Ranking so high, it means that Li Yang has the ability to kill the virtual people in the difficult mode in seconds. With such strength, it is possible to pass the second and third rounds. Maybe Li Yang can finally enter the top 100,000 talents in the total ranking of Yang Yuan Empire. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 186. I see. After knowing Li Yang's ranking information, Tianluo didn't say anything. He moved and disappeared. Appearing again, he came to a virtual palace area. The palace door opened, and then a young man walked out. The young man has a single horn, his skin is purple, and his height and appearance are similar to those on Earth. Tianluo, de 11K, why do you have time to come to my place? The young man laughed when he saw Mr. Tianluo. He has no respect for Tianluo, because his family is also a family of gods. Lens, the most powerful genius at the level of law in the Golden Moon Empire, was even accepted as a disciple by the gods of the Golden Moon Empire, and his status was respected. The Golden Moon God doesn't care about things, the family has someone in charge, and if Lens fails to break through to the realm of God in the future, he is very likely to become the ruler of the Golden Moon Empire. Its status is also extremely noble. Of course, he was a little inferior compared to Tianluo. He was also a genius, but his talent was not as good as Tianluo's and was not enough to be absorbed into the Yang Yuan Empire. Tianluo looked at Lens and said quietly, "Lens, I'm asking you to do me a favor this time." "Oh? What's the favor?" "If I can do it, I will definitely help you." Lens smiled. He is still very interested in Tianluo's favors. Tianluo looked calm and said, "Your Golden Moon Empire is responsible for the selection of geniuses in more than 1,000 galaxies. I want to enter this talent selection, and teleport Li Yang and I to the same location. The Golden Moon Empire is responsible for the selection of geniuses in many galaxies such as the Milky Way. The second level is a battle between many geniuses, which is randomly transmitted. However, this is something that can be easily intervened. With Lens's ability, it is not difficult for him to enter this talent selection and be transported to the same place as Li Yang. More than 100 million people participate in the selection, and everyone is paying attention to the top-ranked talents. How many people will pay attention to the situation in this battle space? That's right, Tianluo wants to eliminate Li Yang directly, leaving him without a single chance. He had already let Li Yang escape last time, and this time, there was no way he would be careless. If Li Yang really entered the power of the Yang Yuan Empire, there would be nothing he could do against Li Yang at that time. "Oh? Tianluo, do you have a grudge against that person named Li Yang?" Lens asked, but Tianluo didn't answer. Seeing that he didn't speak, Lens thought for a moment and said, "Then what is Li Yang's origin?" This matter is not difficult for him, but for Li Yang, it must be a big hatred. Li Yang's planet was a planet Zero a year ago, and he was the only low-realm genius on the planet, Tianluo said quietly. Planet Zero. Upon hearing this, Lens immediately laughed. Planet Zero is extremely weak, even worse than an ant in front of a family like theirs at the level of gods. "Okay, I helped you with this." Lens smiled. They were just people from Planet Zero, he didn't care at all. Just by dealing with Li Yang, he could gain Tianluo's favor, and he made a lot of money from this business. He just thought Li Yang had some great background, so he was a little hesitant. But now, he won't have any thoughts of refusing at all. "Tianluo, I'm going to deal with this matter. I'll let you know when it's done." Lens smiled and said, "But Tianluo, after you kill Li Yang, don't show up and occupy the selection quota this time." With Tianluo's strength, among all the geniuses in the galaxy, he can kill at random, and no genius can be his opponent. If Tianluo is willing, he can easily occupy the first place in the talent selection of more than 1,000 galaxies below the Golden Moon Empire. Naturally, his operation broke the rules. If Tianluo emerged, ranked at the top, and was noticed by others, it would definitely not be a good thing. "Rest assured," Tianluo said quietly, "after I kill Li Yang, I will commit suicide and won't let anyone notice. As long as he doesn't rank at the top, others won't know that Tianluo is also in the talent selection space." The two of them were talking, watching Lens do this. Tianluo narrowed his eyes slightly. "Li Yang, want to stand out through talent selection?" A sneer appeared on the corner of his mouth. "The dragon scale insects and other dragon scale insects on the planets around the Earth are all mine. I will not give you any chance to rise. In the past 20 years, you can stay on the Earth with peace of mind. If you are an insect, just lie down for me, and if you are a dragon, give it to me. I'm lying down, waiting for the protection period of the human race temple branch to pass. That is a treasure that belongs to his Tianluo. He will never give any chance to the weak Earth." 3 days passed by in a blink of an eye, and it was the second level of the Golden Moon Empire's talent selection. "Li Yang, come on." Zhou Yao clenched her fists and encouraged Li Yang. The same is true for Li Kuai, Zhaorou, etc., as well as Shao Ji and many other kings on earth, all looking at Li Yang with expectation. This talent selection is completely related to the fate of the earth. Don't worry, Li Yang smiled at them and stood with Shen Xian, waiting to enter the battle space. According to Han Mo, he can now maintain his strength for 2 minutes in the hands of the early Wanchao realm. Among the more than 1,000 galaxies under the rule of the Golden Moon Empire, he can at least be ranked among the top 10. Buzz. A wave of waves flashed past, and their figures disappeared directly. This time, Li Yang felt that he appeared in an extremely wide field. The second level allows many geniuses to compete, and those who stand out will naturally advance. Be careful, the competition lasts for 10 days, I have enough time, I can't fail because of impatience. Li Yang took a deep breath and prepared to slowly explore the surroundings and hunt other geniuses. He was strong, but if he was besieged, he might be eliminated. Li Yang was cautious and would not let himself encounter such a situation. However, just after taking a few steps, Li Yang's face changed drastically. Not far from him, a young man came with a smile, but the smile on the young man's face made his heart fall into a trough. Tianluo. Tianluo, a peerless genius of the Yuanlan family with the strength of the middle stage of the Wanchao realm, appeared in this selection space, and appeared with him. He didn't need to think to know what happened. Tianluo, this is Li Yang, he doesn't look special, how did he offend you? Beside Tianluo, there was another young man, Lens, who had the hope of becoming the ruler of the Jinyu Empire. At this time, he asked with curiosity in his eyes. He is also in the realm of law, and this time he will also participate in the talent selection in Yangyuan Star Continent, but he will definitely be promoted. This time, out of curiosity, he followed Tianluo to see who this Li Yang is. He is just a Lorelm from Planet Zero. He doesn't care about being seen by Li Yang and resenting him. You talk too much. Hearing Lens's words, Tianluo said indifferently. He looked at Li Yang, a smile appeared at the corner of his mouth, and said, Li Yang, we meet again. Thanks to the 9th Infiltrator and book friend 2022103021090471 for the 300 reward, and thanks to 08A and Meng Daodu for the 100 reward, thank you. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 187. There was a smile on Tianluo's face. This smile was extremely gentle. It seemed that he was Li Yang's good friend. However, when he saw Tianluo, Li Yang's face instantly darkened. This Tianluo wants the unknown treasures hidden on the planets around the Earth, which have been restricting the development of the Earth, and now that he appears here, the purpose is obvious. He didn't speak. Boom. Li Yang's aura exploded, he turned around and ran away. However, when he moved, Tianluo also moved, much faster than him, and was in front of him in an instant. Li Yang, it's such a joy to meet old friends. Why do you have to leave? Came a calm voice. Bang. Tianluo's right leg twitched, like a long whip, falling lightly on Li Yang's body. Although it seemed to be very slow, Li Yang couldn't avoid it at all. With just one attack, Li Yang lost most of his vitality and his strength plummeted. Of course, with the strength in the middle stage of Tianluo longevity realm, Li Yang can be easily killed, so naturally he did it deliberately at this time. You can withstand 1/10 of my strength without dying, Li Yang, your strength is good. No wonder you can easily kill the avatar in normal mode instantly, Tianluo said with a smile. He also deliberately tested Li Yang's strength just now. He had met Li Yang before, but they had never really fought each other. He didn't know the specifics of Li Yang's strength. But now, he already has the confidence in his heart. At this time, Li Yang's strength was between the peak of the Low realm and the early stage of the longevity realm, and he could be regarded as a genius. But that's all. Li Yang wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, looked at Tianluo, and said in a deep voice, Tianluo, you are a genius absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire. What are you doing here at the Golden Moon Empire's talent selection competition? Haha, Li Yang, your control is a bit lenient. I, Tianluo, can participate in any competition I want to participate in. Do you think you can control it? Tianluo chuckled. He looked at Li Yang and said, however, I happened to come to the genius selection of the Golden Moon Empire and met you. Then I will announce to you now that you have been eliminated from this genius selection. Like a judge, he directly pronounced Li Yang's fate. Looking at his smile, Li Yang was filled with anger. This Tianluo has been targeting the earth, sealing it off, and bribing the people who mine ore mines, and survey the mineral veins. He wanted to join the Yang Yuan Empire, but this Tianluo came to stop him, and was even blocked in the second level. Tianluo, if you dare to interfere in Yang Yuan Empire's talent selection, aren't you afraid of being punished by Yang Yuan Empire? Li Yang said, suppressing the rage in his heart. Punish. After hearing what Li Yang said, Tianluo laughed, wildly and wantonly. There was even a hint of sarcasm in this smile. Let me, Tianluo, be punished for you, an ant from planet Zero? Li Yang, do you believe it or not, even if I go to the earth to kill you personally, even if the people of the human race temple branch know about it, the result will not be death. Tianluo said confidently, you know too little about this universe. Potential and strength are the essence of this universe. In terms of potential, I am a genius known to countless people in the Yang Yuan Empire, but you, Li Yang, are unknown to everyone. In terms of strength, I can instantly kill the early stage of Wanshao realm, while you can only deal with the peak of Lo realm at most. Oh, in addition to potential and strength it also depends on the forces behind it. Behind me is the great Yuanlan family of gods, and you, Li Yang, your home planet Earth, an ant like you is already the strongest. You are really overestimating your own abilities when you fight with me. Although Tianluo was smiling, his eyes were full of indifference. The most indispensable thing in the universe is living planets. In small galaxies like the Milky Way alone, there are hundreds of thousands of living planets. And there are countless galaxies in Yang Yuan star continent. For example, those Planet Zero personnel with no potential were sold legally. Even if a living planet is completely destroyed, it is nothing at all and not many people will pay attention. Cruel and indifferent, this is the nature of the universe. Okay, my time is limited, so I won't say more to you. Tianluo stood in the void, looking down at Li Yang, with a hint of indifference on his face, and said, Li Yang, your talent selection is now over. With a wave of his right hand, a golden light flew out and came to Li Yang in an instant. Li Yang looked at Tianluo with anger and hatred. However, at this time, he was in the virtual world and had no teleportation stone at all, and there was no way he could be an opponent of Tianluo who was in the middle stage of Wanshao realm. Golden light passed through his body, and the aura fluctuations in Li Yang dissipated like a tide. Li Yang is dead. This time Li Yang's talent selection competition has officially ended. Vulnerable. Looking at Li Yang's body, Tianluo's face was calm, without any fluctuations. Next to him, Lentz looked at Tianluo and said with a smile, Tianluo, your strength seems to have improved again. He didn't even look at Li Yang's body. Given his status, he really couldn't pay much attention to Li Yang, a person from Planet Zero. Tianluo glanced at him. The aura fluctuations on his body also dissipated like the tide. After killing Li Yang, Tianluo directly chose to commit suicide. His name cannot appear at the top of the rankings and be noticed by others. In the virtual world, Li Yang's family is waiting. Yang can definitely pass the second level. Li Kuahe, Zhao Rou, and others were looking forward to it. In addition, Xiao Ji and other king-level practitioners on Earth were looking forward to it. Li Yang and Shen Xian were both in the competition. No matter how high their rankings were, it would have a huge impact on the fate of the Earth. Li Yang and the boss will definitely pass the second level. Yes, they are the strongest on our Earth, and they can even easily kill other MultipleRealms. Everyone looked at it expectantly. In front of them, there were rankings, all of which were at the top. In addition, the rankings of Li Yang and Shen Xian were also there. They could check the ranking changes at any time. The boss's ranking has risen to 50 million, and Li Yang is still ranked more than 100 million. Xiao Ji said, "This is just the beginning." Li Yang and the boss's names will definitely rise rapidly. Several people were looking forward to it, but as soon as they finished speaking, their faces changed. In the distance, Li Yang's figure suddenly appeared. Xiao Ji and others were stunned. Now is the genius selection competition, and the entire competition will last for 7 days. How come Li Yang came out as soon as the competition started? There is only one way out, that is being eliminated. Yang. Not far away, Li Kuahe and Zhaoro saw Li Yang, their faces changed, and they hurried over. They also knew that there was only one reason why Li Yang appeared now. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, Ji Difeng Ren. Chapter 188. Li Yang's face was obviously not good after being eliminated from the selection space. Li Yang Zhou took Li Yang's hand and looked at him with some concern. Li Kuahe comforted, Yang, it's okay, it's just a game, it's no big deal. Zhaoro also hurriedly said, Yang, exit the virtual world in a while, Mom will stew your favorite pork rib soup for you. Looking at the family members around who cared about him, Li Yang's gloomy heart was also slightly warm at this time. He forced a smile on his face and said, Dad, Mom, I'm fine. He held Zhou Yao's hand and smiled at her, indicating that he was fine. He looked at the ranking of him and Shen Xian in front of him. Shen Xian's ranking is in the tens of millions, and I don't know what the final ranking will be. After looking at it, Li Yang did not stay in the virtual world, but exited. Hey, Li Yang, why did you come out? Aren't you in the game? Seeing Li Yang's consciousness return, Han Mo was a little surprised. Li Yang's face was slightly gloomy, and he talked about the previous things. You said that Tianluo appeared in the selection space and eliminated you. Han Mo was surprised to hear this. I didn't expect that Tianluo was so cruel and didn't give Li Yang a chance to stand out. He thought for a while and asked, do you feel that you have been treated unfairly? With Li Yang's potential, he is very likely to be among the 100,000 geniuses absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire. I don't have this idea. Li Yang shook his head and said in a deep voice, my strength is not enough. If his strength is strong enough, stronger than Tianluo, how could Tianluo eliminate him even if he appeared in the selection space? Various reasons are actually useless. The main reason is that he is too weak. Strength. Li Yang clenched his fists. At this time, his desire for strength was extremely strong. You are right to think so. Han Mo said in a calm voice, the universe is about strength. If you are not as strong as others, others have many ways to deal with you. The only way to fight back is to surpass him in strength. I know. Li Yang took a deep breath, and an extremely terrifying light appeared in his eyes. In the future, I will definitely kill Tianluo. Block the earth and cut off his chance. This Tianluo does not give the earth any chance to survive. When the protection period for novice Earth disappears in 20 years, the fate of the Earth can be imagined. Even the entire planet may be directly destroyed by Tianluo. Yes, that's what you should think. If you dare to suppress you, you will be destroyed in the future. Han Mo nodded in admiration and said, Li Yang, you have the Thunder Star Beast clone and the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone. Your future achievements will definitely surpass Tianluo. When you become a god in the future, your original body and clone will have the power of a god. At that time, even the entire Yuanlan family will kneel down in front of you. It can be said that the successful breeding of the Kong Lai Jiaolong clone before has already meant that Li Yang has unlimited possibilities to challenge the entire Yuanlan family in the future. When Li Yang heard Hun Mo say that, his expression did not fluctuate at all. The future is the future, and now is what he should work hard for. Enter the virtual world battle space. Li Yang adjusted his mood and entered the virtual world again, ready to continue to improve his strength. Boom! In the virtual world battle space, a virtual person in hell mode appeared. The strength of this virtual person is at the early stage of Wanchao realm. Now Li Yang is not the opponent of the virtual person in the early stage of Wanchao realm. The first style of Liu He Spear is invincible in the low realm. Only when you master more than half of the second style can you kill the practitioner in the early stage of Wanchao realm. If you fully practice the second style, you can directly kill the practitioner in the early stage of Wanchao realm in seconds. However, it has only been 5 months since Li Yang practiced Liu He Spear, and he has reached this point. He can still improve rapidly. Tianluo of the Yuanlan family, at this time, is equivalent to the level of practicing the second style of Liu He Spear. One day, Li Yang's strength will catch up, or even exceed. After persisting in the battle space for more than 2 minutes, Li Yang was killed by the virtual person in the early stage of Wanchao realm. Come again. Li Yang's eyes were as cold as iron, and he rushed up again. Tianluo, I'll take you there, Lens smiled in a palace of the Golden Moon Empire. This time, he helped Tianluo and gained a favor. Lens was very happy and wanted to get closer to Tianluo. No need. Tianluo shook his head and turned to leave. As soon as he left the palace, a man came up to him. This man looked very similar to Lens, but he looked a little older. Tianluo of the Yuanlan family. Looking at Tianluo, the young man Lunbao's face changed slightly. When did his brother Luns contact Tianluo? But Tianluo didn't look at him, and soon his back disappeared. Retracting his gaze, Lunbao walked in and said with a smile, Lens, my dear brother, I'm here to congratulate you, and I hope you can be selected by the Yang Yuan Empire. Lens glanced at Lunbao, but there was no smile on his face. He said coldly, Lunbao, I have something to do, so I'll leave first. He left directly, without any respect for Lunbao, his brother. Lunbao had a smile on his face until Lens's back completely disappeared, and then the smile on his face slowly faded. Humph. I wonder how long your luck will last. You want to join the Yang Yuan Empire martial arts field, wishful thinking. Lunbao snorted in his heart. He used to be the most gifted genius in the Golden Moon Empire. Many people in the empire supported him and cultivated him as the future ruler of the empire. However, everything changed after his younger brother was born. His younger brother was very talented, and his mother's family was also a family at the top level of the world realm under the Golden Moon Empire. That was the most powerful force besides the Golden Moon Empire. With strong talent and the strength of his mother's family, Lens quickly replaced his position and became the future successor of the Golden Moon Empire. And he, Lunbao, from the attention of everyone at the beginning to almost no one now, this huge gap naturally made him feel very uncomfortable. However, he had no way to deal with his younger brother. What is Tianluo of the Yuanlan family doing here? Many thoughts turned in his mind, and Lunbao said secretly in his heart. The Yuanlan family is far away from the Golden Moon Empire. If the peerless genius Tianluo of the Yuanlan family has a great connection with Lens, then Lens's chance of winning will undoubtedly be greater. Although Lunbao's winning rate is very low now, he is still unwilling to give up and wants to defeat his younger brother. How could he not have ideas for the Golden Moon Empire that controls more than 1,000 star systems? Thinking in his heart, Lunbao waved and found someone to investigate the situation. Sweat, I have been visiting relatives every day these days and have no time to write. I have updated twice today. Please understand. Thank you for the 3,000 reward from Banzhengliang Liang Dea Shang, and thank you for the 100 reward from 08A and book friend 201801806180912552. Thank you. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. From the City to the Strongest in the Universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 189. In the virtual battle space, Li Yang was constantly fighting. 3 days later, he left the battle space again. Google searched Can. Shen Xian was eliminated, and his final ranking was 90,000th. My ranking is 90,000th, I wonder how much Li Yang is, Shen Xian thought to himself. He couldn't enter the 3rd level with such a ranking. However, Li Yang's strength is much stronger than his. It's impossible for him, but Li Yang has great hope. As long as Li Yang can enter the Yang Yuan Empire, the Earth will no longer have to worry about the Yuanlan family's Tianluo. He was looking forward to it, but just after leaving the competition selection space, Shen Xian saw Li Yang's ranking and was stunned. At this time, Li Yang ranked after 100 million. How is it possible? Seeing this, Shen Xian's face suddenly showed an incredible look. Now the competition has been going on for 3 days, why is Li Yang's ranking so low? Brother. When he was wondering, Li Yang appeared in front of him. Li Yang, your ranking. Seeing Li Yang, Shen Xian asked hurriedly. Li Yang's face was calm, and he quickly told the story. What? You said that Tianluo also entered the competition space, and eliminated you at the first time. Shen Xian's face kept changing. Finally, his face became gloomy, and he said, this bastard. Li Yang's strength is very likely to enter the top 100,000 of Yang Yuan Xingzhou and be absorbed by the Yang Yuan Empire. Diamond suit, diamond suit, diamond suit. But because of Tianluo's intervention, Li Yang was at the bottom of the 2nd level. Brother, there is no hope this time, we still have the next time, Li Yang said in a deep voice. Tianluo, I will definitely kill him in the future. Thinking of the previous things, Li Yang's heart was still full of frustration and anger. He deserves to be killed. Shen Xian's eyes were also full of murderous intent. Suppressing the Earth and cutting off the hope of the Earth, such a person, it is not too much to kill 10,000 times. Li Yang was at the bottom of the 2nd level of the Golden Moon Empire, and basically did not cause any waves. 4 days later, the top 10,000 were selected from more than 1,000 star systems under the Golden Moon Empire. These 10,000 will compete with the top 10,000 from other divine forces for the last 100,000 places. The eyes of the Milky Way are also on these 10,000 places. More than 1,000 star systems, 10,000 geniuses, only 6 from our Milky Way entered, and the strongest ranked 392 ND. I remember there was a genius named Li Yang in our Milky Way. He ranked quite high in the 1st level, even in the top 200. Why is he not on the list? Oh, don't mention it. I'm paying special attention to this Li Yang. He ranked after 100 million in the 2nd level. Who knows how he passed the 1st level? Maybe he used some method to suddenly increase his strength. Li Yang is so disappointing. The entire Milky Way is discussing, and many people are talking about Li Yang. After all, Li Yang ranked very high in the 1st level before, and was even the strongest in the Milky Way. But Li Yang's ranking in the 2nd level was so bad, there was only one possibility, that is, Li Yang learned a secret technique that suddenly increased his strength, and used it in the 1st level, so he instantly killed the virtual person in the general mode. In the 1st level before, there were many such people, who ranked very high in the 1st level, but ranked very low in the 2nd level. Although the secret technique of increasing strength is good, once it is used, it will quickly fall into a weak period. At that time, the strength is very weak. If you meet other people, there is a high possibility of elimination. At this time, in the eyes of everyone, Li Yang has undoubtedly become such a person. In a short period of time, the name Li Yang was forgotten by everyone, even after being scolded. The loser is not worthy of being known by everyone. Everyone's eyes are on the final third level of genius selection in Yang Yuan Empire. Absorbing 100,000 geniuses at once, Emperor Yang Yuan rarely made such a decision, which gave many geniuses a chance. The selection time is 10 days. Whoever can become the lucky one will rise to a higher status in one step. While everyone was watching, Li Yang of the earth was staying at the bottom of the sea. In front of him, a white tree was emitting a soft light. The clone of Kong Lai Jiaolong is finally going to be born. Li Yang took a deep breath, his eyes full of anticipation. It has been more than 4 months since he got the blood of Kong Lai Jiaolong, and now this powerful creature with a very high life level is finally going to appear completely. Li Yang was watching, and a few seconds later, a gap appeared on the trunk of the world tree, and then a creature the size of a palm swam out. This creature looks like a small snake, but its body is golden, and there are scales on it, and each scale has extremely complex patterns. It even has 2 feet and 3 claws. Is this the Kong Lai Jiaolong? Li Yang watched silently. Except for the lack of horns, the overall appearance of this Kong Lai Jiaolong is very similar to the legendary dragon. He felt it carefully, and realized that the consciousness of the Kong Lai Jiaolong was his consciousness. He waved his claws and quickly got familiar with this clone. After getting familiar with it, Li Yang also showed a rare smile on his face. Start improving your strength now. After the Thunder Star Beast clone was bred, it grew to the peak of the king level in just 3 hours. Whatever realm the main body has cultivated to, the clone can also quickly reach it, but it cannot exceed the main body. Absorb. With a move in his mind, the body of Kong Lai Jiaolong, which was like a small snake, seemed to turn into a black hole, and the surrounding spiritual power quickly attacked and continued to flow into its body. The speed of absorbing spiritual power is a little faster than that of Lacing Beast, but it also takes an hour. When the clone of Lacing Beast was just bred, it could absorb spiritual power without limit. It took more than 3 hours to finally reach the peak of the king level. At this time, although the clone of Kong Lai Jiaolong was fast, it also needed a certain amount of time. More than an hour is too long, just swallow the energy potion. Li Yang just felt it and did not continue, but prepared to enhance the strength of Kong Lai Jiaolong in the form of energy potion. Although Kong Lai Jiaolong was born with the 3 mysteries of the law of space, it can only comprehend it when it reaches the spiritual realm. The stronger the strength, the faster the comprehension speed. If it is promoted 1 hour earlier, it will take Li Yang 1 more hour to comprehend the law of space. From just absorbing energy to the peak of the king level, how much energy is there? The real big deal is the energy from the early stage of the low realm to the peak of the low realm. Li Yang now has a lot of galaxy coins and a lot of resources. The purple brilliant crystal mine is being mined, and he has 2 teleportation stones. As long as he sells one, his wealth will be comparable to the world realm. In fact, Li Yang has already done this. Before, he only had less than 100 billion galaxy coins, and the energy potion that can be upgraded from the early stage of the low realm to the peak of the low realm alone is worth 200 billion galaxy coins, which Li Yang can't afford. The rapid growth of the Sky-Fierce Dragon requires energy potions, at least 200 billion galaxy coins. In addition, Li Yang also needs to buy other things. So, during this period, Li Yang went to the universe again. Li Yang didn't have any reluctance to give up resources. With a wave of his right hand, an energy potion appeared, and the momentum fluctuations on the small Sky-Fierce Dragon clone began to increase continuously. Huang level, Xian level, Earth level, Heaven level. In just a few seconds, its strength broke through the Heaven level and directly broke through to the King level. After reaching the King level, the speed of its improvement has not slowed down. After more than 10 seconds, its strength directly increased to the peak of the king level. At this time, the body of Kong Li Jiaolong also reached 2 meters long. Now, start to break through to the realm of law. Li Yang continued to watch. The thunder and lightning law comprehended by the Thunder Star Beast clone could easily break through to the realm of law. As another clone of Li Yang, the thunder and lightning law comprehended by the Thunder Star Beast was also fully known by the Kong Li Jiaolong clone. At this time, the darling of the space law actually exuded waves of thunder and lightning mysteries. Boom! A trace of energy between heaven and earth appeared and continued to flow into the body of Kong Li Jiaolong. The realm of law officially broke through. From the city to the strongest in the universe. Author, G. Difeng Ren. Chapter 190. Keep improving. After Kong Li Jiaolong broke through to the law realm, Li Yang took out 3 more energy potions. These energy potions were exactly what he had purchased before, allowing an early stage practitioner of the law realm to stack up directly to the peak of the law realm. In this way, with continuous improvement, finally, a 20-meter long dragon appeared in front of Li Yang. Its body was completely golden, and its scales, 3-clawed golden feet, and circling body even caused waves of tremors in the surrounding void. The pinnacle of Law Realm. The newly conceived Kong Li Jiaolong clone has grown to the peak level of the Law Realm in a short period of time. After reaching it, Li Yang waved his right hand, and then a white ball of light appeared in front of him. When the consciousness enters the light ball, one can see the figure of a strong man changing constantly. 1, 2, 3 figures. His body kept growing. From the first to the last, the entire space was filled with the phantom of this powerful man. Li Yang, as a Kongli Jiaolong who is born to master the 3 mysteries of the laws of space, the phantom body technique is the best method to assist in understanding the laws of space. It is the most suitable for you to perform. In front of me, Han Mo's voice floated out and said. To Li Yang, he is a human being. Whether it is the Thunder Star Beast clone or the Kongli Dragon, they are all clones, and they all serve Li Yang. The structures between humans and these giant beasts are different, and the suitable techniques are definitely different. For example, humans use their arms, swords, and other secret weapons. As for the Kongli Jiaolong, the claws and tail are the most suitable for attacking. There are essential differences in the techniques they practice. It is impossible for humans to practice the technique of using tail attacks. Therefore, there must be a space attribute technique that is completely suitable for Kongli Jiaolong's clone, but such a technique is not suitable for Li Yang, and the phantom body technique is completely suitable for Kongli Jiaolong and Li Yang. I know. Li Yang nodded. The illusion body technique can produce phantoms one after another under the law of space. The stronger the space law you understand, the more phantoms there are. 1 phantom is the first form, 10 phantoms are the second form, and 100 phantoms are the third form. This also corresponds to the Liuhe spear practiced by Li Yang. The 10 phantoms correspond to the second form of the Liuhe spear. If you master it, it will not be a problem to instantly kill the early stage of Wanchao realm. Moreover, the Liuhe gun can accommodate a total of 6 laws. These 6 laws are no different from each other. In the past, the understanding of the bursting secrets of the thunder and lightning laws was the strongest, so the main ones were the blasting secrets of the thunder and lightning laws. In the future, if there is a certain kind of space law, the level of understanding of the secrets exceeds the secrets of explosion, and the Liuhe spear is mainly based on the secrets of the law of space. Therefore, Li Yang does not need to change his exercises, he only needs to add an auxiliary exercise called phantom body technique. The Liuhe spear in its most peak state is used by the strongest in the world realm and is completely integrated into the secrets of the 6 laws. Its power can even exceed that of gods. Now, let Kong Li Jiaolong's clone comprehend the phantom body technique. Li Yang waved his right hand. With excitement in his eyes, Kong Li Jiaolong grabbed this white ball of light and his consciousness began to integrate into it. Boom. Watching the technique, Kong Li Jiaolong felt that his understanding of the laws of space was rapidly improving. What a fast understanding, Li Yang was also feeling it, and he was pleasantly surprised. Before, he had no understanding of the laws of space, but now, his understanding of the laws of space suddenly increased a lot, and the degree of this understanding is constantly deepening. In Li Yang's opinion, this speed of understanding is even much faster than the law of thunder and lightning. Before, after his Thunder Star Beast clone was conceived, it took him more than 20 days to break through the law of thunder and lightning to the realm of law. And he now feels that it is estimated that within 10 days, the level of understanding of the laws of space may allow him to break through to the realm of laws. From now on, the clone of Kong Li Jiaolong will stay in the depths of the sea to practice. Li Yang quickly made arrangements. The planets around the Earth, such as Mars, are all mining mineral veins, and the Kong Li Jiaolong clone cannot stay there. If discovered, a portion of the blood of Kong Li Jiaolong is enough to make the heart of a strong person at the world level. Of course, Li Yang's Kong Li Jiaolong clone is now only in the low realm. It is extremely weak and its blood will not attract many people. However, an extremely weak Kong Li dragon caused countless people to go crazy. Taken together, Kong Li Jiaolong is safest if he stays in the depths of the Earth's oceans. After taking care of things here, Li Yang entered the virtual world battle space again. His figure shuttled back and forth, fighting with the avatars at the Wanchao realm, but he didn't fight for long before he suddenly stopped. Why did my physical skills suddenly improve so much? In a short period of time, he entered the battle space again, and his physical skills improved significantly. Feeling slightly confused, Li Yang asked Han Emo. Han Emo explained, Li Yang, the so-called Shenfa actually has a lot to do with the laws of space. The person who is best at Shenfa is definitely the person who has the strongest understanding of the laws of space. Hearing this, Li Yang's eyes lit up. So the time it takes to master the second form of my Liu He gun can be shortened a lot. One of the secrets of space law is teleportation, which is definitely the highest level of Shenfa. Therefore, it is normal to be good at space law and Shenfa. Li Yang was looking forward to it. Liu He gun, the difficulty of each style is increased dozens of times. Previously, it took Li Yang 4 months to complete the first type of Liu He gun. According to Li Yang's estimation, it would be impossible for him to master the second style of Liu He spear without several years. But now, with the birth of Kong Li Jiaolong's clone, his space law will improve rapidly, and the time to master the second style of Liu He spear will be greatly shortened. And the body method of Liu He spear is the most difficult part, and the space law has a huge effect on body method, so this time can be greatly shortened. Next, Li Yang was completely immersed in cultivation, and the grand selection of talents in Yang Yuan Empire was still going on. 10 days passed in a flash. Above the magnificent palace, an extremely huge face looked down at the many gods below. The powerful gods with eternal life could only lower their heads in front of this face, extremely respectful. Report to the Emperor, in my Yang Yuan Empire, the selection of talents from hundreds of thousands of god forces and hundreds of millions of star systems has ended, and the selected 100,000 talents have entered the martial arts field. A god below raised his head and reported respectfully. Needless to say, the huge face in front of him was the only ruler of Yang Yuan star continent, a terrifying existence above the realm of gods, Yang Yuan Emperor. Yes. Yang Yuan Emperor nodded slightly and said, you can withdraw. Yes. All the gods bowed respectfully and then left. The huge face did not disappear, but was slightly pondering. My Yang Yuan star continent, all the geniuses of billions of galaxies, are all under my command. There will be no surprises now, right? After the words fell, the huge face in the void also disappeared quickly, as if it had never appeared. Thanks to Banjangliangliang Daoshang for the 1500 reward, and thanks to 08A for the 100 reward. Thank you. Updates will resume tomorrow.